All right. All right, y'all. I want to get my energy up because I have something great to share. And I want to make sure that, I give it in the best, to the best of my ability and make sure that folks can, tune into it. So today is a day where I was a skeptic and I want to come in and do my testimony. That's old school, y'all, back in the day. Old school, when we say testimony, we just want to tell our story. Okay. So I'm just going to be down to earth myself. Let me turn this off because I got my little fan on. But just want to be myself, give a testimony today. A lot of y'all from the Kojic, y'all know about that testimony. If you're from the COGIC, the Sanctified Church, and if you're from the community of the magic systems, um, we call it different things, but those particular paths of spirituality and old time religion, the true religion, not organized religion, they tend to cross those paths cross. But I want to give a testimony because I had an experience with 3i Atlas that I want to share with everyone. Okay, y'all stay with me. Let me give me some water. Please stay with me. I have some cosmic streams, I like to call it. So here we go. First of all, I do not start anything without old school giving an honor. Okay. I'm gonna go back to like the old school way, like back when we was doing testimony service, y'all. Some people know about that, some people might not. But first I give an honor to the most high, mother, father, mama, papa of the divine cosmic realm. Okay. And I give an honor to all the saints and friends and the kinfolk of the community. Those out there who come to visit the BM8 platform, we thank you. We welcome you. We thank you. Old schools, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being a part of this community for so long. From day one, whoop, whoop, ski wee. Thank you so much. Got to give out that call. And then those who are new, we welcome you. We do. We welcome you, right? And then those who are just popping in and popping out, seeing what's going on, we welcome you as well. I want to give my 3i Atlas testimony, y'all. And I had to go back old school because there was an old school feel with it. Now, this is a pre-recorded. I usually like to do lives, but I want to do pre-recorded because I need to share some things on the screen. So here's what I want to do. Give a station identification. This is the BM8 platform. Also, we're adding in HP Maven Studios AI as well, y'all. Very excited about that. I got some really great AI things to share with you. But to jump start and a jump and a start and spark this next experience with with the dimensions, I had a visitation. I want to put it that way during the 3i Atlas experience. Now I know they said December 19th, but on December 18th I had an experience where I'm in like lucid dreaming. I'm like in between the worlds, the dimensions, which I do all the time, but this was different. This was different. I'm trying to wake up and I sleep very lightly at times. It depends on how much I've been engaged in all the work that I do in the community as well as with the digital platform and all of the above. Lots of work with spiritual right tools and ritual, as they call it, spiritual working. So it depends on what's going on, right? So this particular morning on Thursday in the rising, I was in between lucid dreaming and being awake. I like to call them night visions and daydreams. That's how I address it. And I'm hearing this female voice, very tender and soft, but it was wanting to get my attention. And this is of a spiritual nature, y'all. So I'm gonna give a disclaimer here. If you're sensitive to spiritual conversations, topics of spirituality, deeply spiritual experiences, then you don't want to listen to this because I know people will get on here and they'll say they're afraid, and I understand, and I understand and understand that. So please, if you want to exit the house. I always say exit the house because it's important that I get this message out to those who are ready. Um, But be that as it may, okay, give you a moment. You can always welcome to come here, but if you feel like it's not going to work for you for whatever reason, please exit the house. So everybody else get in here, get in here, get in here, because I got this. So it's in the rising on Thursday, marking the time at about 8:19. Okay, 8:19 a.m. Now that a.m. in the rising is gonna shift a bit here, just a moment. But it was a.m. right? So I get up and I'm hearing this voice, and it's saying, "Now get this word," and I'm gonna put it up here because that's why I'm pre-recording this because I want to do some visuals here. Hyperdimensional, hyperdimensionality, 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 hyperdimensionality. And it was saying it not that fast, but it was, and I'm like, and I kept hearing the voice, hyperdimensionality, hyperdimensionality, and I'm like, and I kept hearing it so much that I started repeating it even before I opened my eyes. And I'm like, hyperdimensionality, hyperdimensionality. And I'm repeating it, and then and I have my notebook and all things to write with right in my bed because I get things like that. And I'm like, I wrote it down, hyperdimensionality. And I'm writing it down because, I might have heard of the word subconsciously, but I wasn't remembering at the time. So I did a recording, and I'm going to show you on the screen. What happened was my clock, now it didn't go off. I have an alarm set, but that clock did not go off. And I'm wondering what happened to my clock. Now this is in the rising on Thursday, December 18th. Now I know they talked about the three-eye atlas was going to be on December 19th, but my experience happened on December 18th. And it was so, of course I'm not startled because I'm always experiencing these things. So it was not startling to me. It's intriguing to me. That's how I started seeing it. So I get my phone out because I'm like, okay, I need to take a video of the clock and then my laptop. Okay, the clock, because I have a digital clock, y'all. Let me tell y'all about me. I like to keep old school stuff around me. I just do. I have a digital clock that I wake up to, and because I turn my phone off, I don't want that around my head and things like that. I don't, it's just that's my thing. And then I also have an old school phone. Okay, now y'all, I don't want y'all to think I'm just making up stuff. I have an old school phone, and I want to make sure I showed it to y'all, big numbers and all. I'm not shamefaced about it. I just have to hear this because I'm gonna let y'all hear it. This is an old school phone, old digits, everything. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I also have a digital clock. There are times when I have to go between the worlds because I'm used to being past, present, and future. That's who I am. So sometimes I have to go between the worlds. I have to be in the present, and then I have to go to the past, and I have to go to the future. So I do a lot of traveling dimensionally, between the worlds, time travel. So this particular experience, the spiritual experience, this visitation, I call it, hyperdimensionality, hyperdimensionality, hyperdimensionality. And I'm like, oh, wow. So I repeated it. I got up and wrote it down. And if you look at this video, you will see the difference between my digital clock and the clock that was on my laptop. So what I'm hearing from that, y'all, mm, stay with me. Stay with me, y'all. I'm hearing from this. I don't want to make this too long. Where am I at with time? We're doing good. I'm gonna get my little seaweed. I got my little roasted seaweed now. I don't know which one I want. I got the olive oil and I got the roasted sesame seed. This one is actually pretty good. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on because I gotta get my little minerals in me. Whew. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. Mama got shut in. I won't get none in my teeth when I'm home. I'm gonna get none in my teeth. Sorry to be eating like this, y'all. I just got in here. We're busy. Tell y'all what I'm hearing about this 3-eye atlas. You missed that. I'm really just getting back. Make sure I ain't harboring nothing. Okay. I'm gonna try my top. Anyway, ain't no water in there anyway. But anyway, I'm not editing that out either. Y'all just gonna get me real and live and raw. But 3-eye atlas. What I'm hearing about the 3-eye atlas, y'all, this is deep. This is deep. This is deep, but it's not deep. It's surfacey, but we've been hearing this. They saying 3-eye, and what I'm getting out of 3-eye is third eye. And what I'm hearing with it is that the 3-eye atlas, the third eye atlas, and when we think about it, you got to break, I like to break things down. Third eye, I'm hearing 3-eye, third eye atlas. Atlas like it's in an atlas like a huge map. Not an atlas of the world. This is an atlas of the galaxy. And what I heard was this is a cosmic stream. The mothership. Y'all, I heard it plain. That's why her voice, the voice, hyperdimensionality, hyperdimensionality. It sounded like a mama waking up. Y'all, I just got something deep out. Hold on. Because a lot of this stuff just it coming to do this testimonial about it. It was like mama. Yeah, mama. Waking me up and letting me know that that dimension is here. And then get this. Mama said, because mama had to come back, y'all. Because it's been too many rings up to mama. And I heard this. I don't want to make this long because I really need to get to some work I want to share on this platform. But what I heard was, and a lot of people in the community and the culture know this in the neighborhood. Y'all know how it is when you got somebody picking on like a younger brother or a younger sister, and you say, "Mama," you say, "Mama," you go home to mama and say, "Mama, this happening, that's happening." Sometimes mama, now y'all hear this stay with me on this. Sometimes mama gonna send either auntie, if it's let's just go with the feminine, because this is a feminine thing I'm hearing. There was mama coming home, mama then came back home, mama is mama on that ship. Okay, and let me explain it. When you go tell mama, they doing this, they doing that, they did this, they did that. Mama in there busy. Sometimes mama gonna send auntie, girl, go down there and see what them kids doing there. I got too much stuff to do. Girl, go down there, check the kids out. I got too many things to do. They'll send auntie if it warrants auntie, or maybe they'll send big sister. Child, go down there. They talking about so and so doing so and so. I got stuff to do, so I'm not gonna be able to go down there. Go down and see what they doing. But sometimes, this is the interesting part, and people who are in the culture, in the community, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, mama coming in there. Mama gonna have to go and see what's going on with her babies. Y'all, and I'm glad I'm doing this video because sometimes things roll out as I go. Because you don't always get the revelation immediately at a lot of times. Y'all might think, oh, she's a high priestess, she gets everything. I'm a human just like y'all. There's certain things I'm not supposed to get right away. Certain things I get like that. It seems like my revelations when I'm working in the community is and this is interesting. A lot of other people who are high priests or high priestesses, they'll know what I'm talking about. Your revelation to other people is like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I watch Red Pill, and I just love he say that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna have to get Red Pill on y'all, other red and blue pill twins. Y'all, if y'all in the conscious community, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know those. Shout out. No affiliation. I just love listening to them. They're wonderful. But y'all know what I'm talking about. When Mama go on down there by herself and say, okay, you know what? This is she put that big M or SM Super Mama on her chest. This is a job for Super Mama. That 3-eye atlas, it's been too many calls up there. Mama had to come in on the mothership. Y'all almost got an old school Holy Ghost shout out. No, we're not dealing with the Holy Ghost at this point. I'm just talking about connection, a direct connection. But y'all, I'm juxtaposing. That. But be it as it may, excuse me, y'all, Mama is on that ship. And what it did was, back to my experience, and I'm showing it on the screen again, it shifted this atmosphere, because you got to think about that large meteor, that large, uh, we want to just say a body. They call them heavenly bodies. They said it's a comet. They're, it's just a large mothership. I want to say mothership. Mama is on that ship because it's been too much happening to the sacred womb, as they say, the womb man. Okay, the original matri, they call the matrix. Now, mind you, that word in the culture, and especially in the Creole community, is matri, M-A-T, or ma and then tri, M-A and then T-R-I. You can say mati, M-A-T-I, like in T-I-T-T, T-I-mat. All these names, they kind of come together at times. But what this is an experience of Mama coming in here, and it's so potent that it shifted the time, because it's coming into the atmosphere. There's a shift that has occurred, and that word is important to us. Hyper-dimensionality. Hyper-dimensionality. I need y'all to remember that, because Mama repeated that to me over and over. Hyper-dimensionality. Hyper-dimensionality. So, last part of this, and I'm going to get on out of here. The next part, the revelation for myself. And I'm working on it now, and I got some more video to do, but I'm gonna pause this, get this out here, and I'm gonna get into the other videos, because I got something to share. Because Mama said it's time for me to share those old secrets. Because at this point, the veil has been completely removed. Hyperdimensionality is about all the senses coming into the usage from person to person on a unique and individual basis. You're not doing all this, we do it like this and we do it like that. And I'm not saying that that's for everybody, but for the most part, we know who we are, those who are supposed to be doing things uniquely. And that's why Mama said to me, it's time to share. It's time to share. And I will be sharing. I can't do it at this moment, and I know a lot of things that we are experiencing collectively. This makes sense to those who are experiencing it. But for the most part, get ready, because a lot of this old school ways that we knew, which are very, very sacred secrets, private practices, which I love dearly and many love. There's a lot about those particular practices that must be shared by those who are of the bloodline. And I'm one of them, one out of millions, honestly. But I have my part to share. And so what that experience was when I woke up and saw this clock and it showed me 8:19 a.m. on one. Well, it was off a little bit actually. It was off a little bit. You can see it was the times were off. Now, mind you, this is an old digital clock. The old digital clocks and those old school Gen Xers out there, where y'all at? Show of hands, I can't see you, but Gen Xers, y'all know. And some of y'all who are not Gen Xers, those old school clocks, you got to push that button to get back to the next time. So if my clock was on AM the day before, and then it went to PM, by the time it got back to AM or PM rather, in the AM, I would have had to have hit that thing. Something happened when my clock shifted. Hyperdimensionality, hyperdimensionality, going through my mind constantly, 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 in a mother's voice, waking up to that. Very pleasant, felt real good. But I do know that I'm supposed to share. As I've been saying since the beginning of this particular 2025 calendar year of the calendar, the Gregorian calendar system, I got some stuff to share with y'all. And I know y'all ready because Mama wouldn't have came in. Mama was on that ship. Mama couldn't send big sis down there. Mama couldn't send auntie. Mama had to come back because there's been too many shout outs up there. Like, what is going on? Y'all know how it is in the community, the culture. All right, y'all. Well, I'm finna go do a little bit more work for y'all based on what Mama has us doing. And I say us because it's just not me. It's not just me. We got this thing going now. So glad to be a part of it. All right. Mwah. All the best to you in progress. We'll get back. Hyperdimensionality. 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 Take care.